Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. There is something which James Orengo said today during William Ruto's visit to Siaya. But it seems most people did not get James Orengo clearly. Even President Ruto did not get what James Orengo meant.
Nakubaliana na James Orengo. Tufanye kazi ya waraia. One term na two term itaamuliwa na hawa raia. Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua? Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua? Lakini kwa sasa tufanye kazi ya wananchi.
I want to play for you that clip of James Orengo because most people failed to understand what Orengo said, because Orengo is a veteran when it comes to politics. Listening to James Orengo very closely because I want us to try together to understand what James Orengo meant.
Na wacha nianze na gavana wetu James Orengo akuje hapa aseme jambo.
Halo, Siaya oye! Siaya oye! Siaya oye! Siaya oye! Rais, tumekukaribisha Siaya. Wewe kama president wa Kenya, tumekukaribisha Siaya. Na urudi. Mimi nina siasa zangu, naomba ukirudi uendelee kurudi Siaya. Siaya oye! Siaya oye! Siaya oye! Siaya oye! Asante sana.
That's James Orengo, and I hope you paid very close attention to what James Orengo was saying. Now let me ask you this question. Do you think James Orengo, from that speech, has dumped Edwin Sifuna?
Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Rais, nilikuambia hata kama sisi viongozi bado tunasita, bado tunayumba, hawa wananchi watanyorosha sisi mpaka tufuate line tukusupport. Na umeanza kuona wananchi wa Siaya, wananchi wa Nyanza wameamua 2027 watapatia William Samoei Ruto.
Or do you think James Orengo has finally joined the two-term choir based on that particular speech? What is your take on that speech? If I were to answer that question, James Orengo has not joined two-term. As a matter of fact, James Orengo is very clear, just the way he was clear in this particular clip.
If ODM chooses, and God forbid, to go to bed with Ruto for the next elections, I think there will be a lot of people who will make will quit the party. But being somebody who fought with Raila, was in the trenches with Raila, we don't want that to happen. It'd be a disaster if we allow that to happen. It'd be a tragedy for somebody who fought so hard over a span of over 50 years and left such a wonderful legacy, that we should then avail our political party to somebody who actually ran against Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila would be president today if Ruto didn't win the presidency.
But are there signs that Orengo might actually join two-term chorus? Because today he left there, in fact, boldly, one term. But is there any hint that he dropped that he might join two-term in future?
Nakubaliana na James Orengo. Tufanye kazi ya waraia. One term na two term itaamuliwa na hawa raia. Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua? Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua? Lakini kwa sasa tufanye kazi ya wananchi.
For me, the fact that James Orengo decided to join William Ruto during the tour was meant to send some signals. In this video, I want us to understand James Orengo's presence during that particular tour. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something which James Orengo has consistently maintained. Listen.
So I'm praying that Kenyans will listen to the voices of mothers like Mother Kevin to see that justice is done. Justice is done. And I want to say those who are in a rush to join Ruto, that Ruto is a passing cloud. I am saying that without a fear of contradiction. Because Ruto now has no money. Because he's been borrowing. And the Kenyans have told him you cannot borrow. Ruto has said no taxation. But he said he has continued to taxation. And he refused taxation through the finance bill. So he cannot tax Kenyans. Ruto has lost the confidence of the international community. So, where is Ruto going to take us? Ruto is taking us into a sinking ship. And I'm urging everybody that joining Ruto is a disaster, is an abomination. It cannot work.
And I remember during the ODM at 20 celebrations, James Orengo was very bold that ODM does not need Ruto and that it is Ruto who needs ODM party. But today we saw James Orengo in Siaya. Why? For me, James Orengo was in Siaya because of the following. Number one, the pressure from his allies. Politics is normally local. Most of James Orengo's allies from Siaya are feeling the heat. Because let's face it, if elections were held today in the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto is likely to get more votes in Nyanza than Kalonzo, who is likely to be a presidential candidate, than Fred Matiang'i, who is also likely to be presidential candidates. So which means if elections were held today and there is no presidential candidate from the Luo community, most of them are likely to vote for William Ruto. And the effect is going down there. And let me remind you about something which happened the last time President Ruto was in Siaya. You remember when he went to Oluga's place and he also went to which other place? There was also some event, church event in Bondo. Some aides of James Orengo were arrested. What most of you don't know is that they were arrested because they were mobilizing crowd to go and receive James Orengo. Because at that time, James Orengo and Oburu had met. And this is something I keep on telling you here. Oburu and Orengo are already in talks. So they had agreed that Orengo was going to attend that event. But when they mobilized, when Orengo's team mobilized heavily, then the two-term brigades were like, okay, this guy is likely to embarrass us. So what do? Let us stop him from mobilizing. That's actually why Orengo did not attend that church service last time. And that's why he also did not attend the event at Oluga's place. Otherwise, the initial plan was that he was supposed to attend those two events. So his allies are piling a lot of pressure on him. I talk to them. Most of them are my friends. We meet here in Kisumu most of the time. When I go to Siaya, we meet. For them, they are looking for Orengo's second term. But they believe that Orengo probably is not keen on a second term. Maybe Orengo is planning to run for the presidency or running mate in 2027. So because of their political interest locally, they're really piling pressure on Orengo. And that's why Orengo found himself in Siaya. Number two, you see, there has been debate about James Orengo, the politician, and James Orengo, the governor for Siaya. Because Orengo is always on top of vehicles. Narok, which other place, wherever, with the Linda Wananchi group. But there has always been this propaganda that James Orengo is not performing on the ground. And that Ruto was trying to take advantage of that to perceptionally bring development to Siaya. The event in Lusenge today was a massive political development. So if Orengo had failed to join the president, he was going to suffer, politically speaking. So Orengo also wants to be seen to be someone who is not opposed to developments. Because, for example, if indeed the project will go on as planned successfully, and Orengo failed to be part of it, and Orengo failed to be part of it, despite the fact that he is a sitting governor there, I mean, he was going to be fought a lot, politically speaking. A lot of propaganda that, Orengo is just busy. Because it was not going to make sense for Orengo to fail to attend a political event or development event in Lusenge. Then the next day, he shows up somewhere in Narok or somewhere in Malindi on top of a vehicle. So he wanted to be part of it, just to deal with the politics. Remember, this is a veteran politician. Number three, and I know this one is going to hurt some people, but nowadays, what I do, I say them, then I give you time. And the time will always vindicate. Orengo went there as part of his deal with the Oburu group. Orengo is going to join Oburu camp. The pressure is just too much. But he cannot just wake up and go there. If James Orengo wanted, he would have skipped that event. But people are talking. So he was told the soft spot where you could attend easily was Lusenge, because that's a massive project. Just show up there. And exactly that's what he did. So for me, Orengo and Oburu are already in talks. And that's why he was present. And lastly, maybe he wants to test the reaction of the people of Siaya. Are they one term or are they two term? If that's exactly what he wanted, he got the answer. Because I looked at how Orengo was heckled, which was clearly mobilized, and I also observed when he was leaving. Clearly, when Orengo was leaving, he left with his supporters. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think. Do you think James Orengo will betray Linda Wananchi moving forward? Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.